Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today I've got an absolutely ginormous upset to report to you coming out of the Esports World Cup Last Chance Qualifier. This is only day one of the 3-day competition, and in my opinion we've got a upset of the year contender in all of our esports, just in general. We're looking at RedMob POV. He's playing with Tho and Chippy against Foot Esports, and they're up 1-0. Just 18 seconds into game one of a best of 5. And this is a giant double elimination tournament where only the one team that wins qualifies to the Esports World Cup main event, which is happening next week. Now, if you've not been following the build-up to EWC, don't worry, I'll explain it all in this video. I'll let you know what's happening. I also want to talk about what went wrong for the favorites here, Foot Esports, what went right for the underdogs, and also just let you guys know a bit more about the Last Chance Qual, because this is a really cool thing to see. It's actually a LAN Last Chance Qualifier, and you can check it out if you watch it. If you catch this video right after I upload it, it's probably not done yet, so you should be sure to tune in. You'll see it's kind of like a DreamHack back in the day, if you remember what that looked like. Just all the PCs in a giant pit, teams facing across from each other, yelling, you know, trying to put off the opponents. Really cool to see. Hopefully get more of this in Rocket League. We've just had the RLCS Last Chance Quals, and now we've got Esports World Cup Last Chance Qual on LAN. So, oh yeah, maybe, hopefully next season, is it too much to ask? Maybe we'll get more Last Chance Quals on LAN. You just have to show up and win in person. But this is also right before EWC. The winner of the Last Chance Qual will play in EWC just 2 days after qualifying, which is really cool. They're just going to qualify, you got 1 day media day, and then yeah, you're straight into the main event, and it's going to be a tough match when you get there. All the big dogs are already in EWC, all the best teams from every region. They've qualified already, but this Last Chance Qualifier is still super stacked. Foot Esports, in my opinion, were the slight favorites coming into this, and I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's a pretty cold take, because they have just, of course, Last Chance qualified to NA's, or through NA's Last Chance Qualifier to RLCS Worlds, which is very impressive, coming off the back of a super solid second split that they just had, where they established themselves as a top 4 team in NA, and I think did very well in Paris, despite not making playoffs. Other notable teams in this LCQ, though, you've got Man City from Europe. That's, I think, the other tournament favorite. Acro HB Seiko, they've already made it to Worlds in RLCS. Yeah, they're the other obvious pick to win this. But there's others. You've also got Wavy Talk 2-piece, Virtus Pro. They're in RLCS Worlds as well. You've got AGG, Atomic, and Torito, who also just qualified through EU's RLCS Last Chance Qual. But you've also got international competition. You've got Nush, Truk, and Twiz from MENA. That's Team Stallions. You've got CRN, KV1, and Wisty from South America. Now that was a pretty timid shot just there, just in passing. Very poor shooting by Foot there. RedMob did well to stay composed and get the ball clear, but that, just to highlight, is something you should be watching for in this video, and also in the rest of Foot's run through the LCQ. They've not been shooting the ball well. And again, that's just, I think, a bad shot by Cheese there. RedMob, again, does well to clear it. These shots should be a goal. If you put that past the top team in the world, or you put the top team in the world behind the ball there, it's a goal every time. No chance for the keeper. Instead, they've squandered their chances, and then RedMob hits some of the counter with a low 50. Something that you've seen plenty from him this RLCS season in 1v1. He obviously just had a great RLCS 1's performance in EU. He's also on the come up in 3s. I think RedMob's got a ton of potential in 3s. That's why I wanted to go his POV for this video. See how he's doing. Obviously a player who is on the grind, on the come up. His teammates, oh, Chippy peeks on them for 3-0. His teammates have got more 3s pedigree than he does. Chippy's been an RLCS main event mainstay. He's been in the EU bubble scene for a while now. Also kind of came up in 1v1, which is cool to see. And though a bit of a bit of a journeyman, he's been around. He's played in APAC, but before that, he's very consistent main event player. Main event, just mainstay in Europe, and even a regional winner back in RLCS Season X. So yeah, these guys have got experience. That being said, shouldn't hold a candle and doesn't hold a candle to what Foot have done this season. Foot establishing themselves so consistently as a top 4 team in North America and making it into the World Championship play-in through the Last Chance Qual recently had me thinking that they're going to easily handle this. On top of the fact that Foot swept their round before this, they were obviously heavy favourites there, but they did sweep. And Criminals, that's Chippy, RedMob, and Tho's team. I don't think it's an org, I think it's just a team name. They went to game 5 with J-Wait, Swazian, and Jup, another EU bubble team. So I'm thinking Foot are going to run away with this. It's going to be a nice warm-up to them going into the next day. Not the case. Though Chippy and Red Mob played really well here. They defended well. They were clinical with their chances. They found each other well. They good off the ball pressure on a few of their goals. But largely, I think Foot have just messed up mechanically in this game. I think some of their shots have been extremely lackluster. They've not had the same kind of defensive synergy that we're used to seeing from them. And yeah, they've just got absolutely crushed in game 1 here. But let's fast forward a little bit. Let's go and see what happens later on in the series. All right, we're in game 4 now, and it's series score 2-1 in favor of Criminals, Red Mob, Tho, and Chippy. We're going to see how it goes from here, because game 2, Foot won it comfortably. I thought, okay, they're locked in now. They've woken up. You know, warm-up game. Now they're back to winning ways, but they've lost game 3. Now they're in game 4, so they've got to win this one and one more if they are going to prevent the upset from happening. Well, let's find out if it does go through here. Now, I would have actually shown you guys more gameplay from this, but I'm a bit worried about how long it's going to take me to send this video to my editor. I currently don't have internet. I'm just hotspotting my laptop from my phone, and I sent an audio recording for a Shotcast predictions video the other day, and that took a long time to upload. Oh, look at this passing play, by the way. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Criminals to go 1-0 up here in game 4. Yeah, Red Mob looking very good, not just mechanically, but also with the synergy that he's shown with his teammates. I think they've only been teammates for a short while as well. But yeah, the reason for that, by the way, I came back from Stumpy's wedding. Congratulations, Stumpy and Anna, getting married. Came back from their wedding. I was looking forward to actually view partying this last chance qual. And yeah, the internet's dead. Explanation that we've been given by the internet service provider is that the fiber cable, the cable, the internet cable, whatever it's called, is installed underneath a footpath, which has been squashed by, I think, service vehicle or like a van or something. They're saying parked cars. I don't know what they're talking about. Apparently, some heavy vehicle crushed the pavement that the cable was under, and now they've told the internet for the building is out. So we're just days later, still no internet, and this might actually take me hours to send this video to my editor. So we're just going to keep it to as short as possible as a tester. But once I get on the road, once I get to have an internet again, I'll hopefully get back to uploading more frequently. We've got a lot of Rocket League coming up. We've got Esports World Cup, like I'm talking about in this video. We've also got FIFA E Continental Championships. And then obviously we've got Esports Nations Cup later on in the year, FIFA E Finals. We've got RLCS Worlds. There's so much to talk about, so plenty of games to break down. Oh, especially the addition of 2v2 in RLCS as well. But look at this. Foot Esports trailing by 3. And we have seen so many counter-attack goals in this match. This is something else I want to talk about. Talked about the mechanical mistakes we've already seen in this game, and mistakes I've seen from them in the rest of the day, where they're hitting the ball on shots. They're not looking as clean about the pitch. They're usually able to keep up with the best teams in the world. Haven't looked like they're on their game here. Now we can put that down to the fact that they might be jet lagged. I don't know if they boot camp for this. I don't know how long they've been out there in Europe. Might be sick. You know, with traveling, you never know. I can't speak to that because I don't know. I haven't asked the team. But what I can say... Oh, Chippy probably should have made that 4-0. What I can say is that coming in as favourites to the... Well, one of the favourites of the tournament, and definitely the favourites in this match, it's for sure going to put a lot of pressure on Foot to perform. Whereas you don't have any pressure on you if you're the underdogs here. You're just coming in and you're playing house money. That's absolutely a factor. I'm also wondering if Foot's strengths as a team, I think that their main strength as a team is their defensive solidity. They're very, very good synergistically in defense. Is that even a word? I don't think it is. But they've got great defensive synergy, usually. Very hard to score on, very hard to break the rotation, and just difficult in general to get the ball past. Hasn't been the case today. It might be, in my opinion, down to the fact that they are the favorites. They came into this match thinking, okay, we're playing quite well in the previous round. Let's just put this team away. We're just going to win the midfield. We're going to be faster, more mechanical than these guys. And maybe they came in overconfident and played a style that's not what we're used to seeing from them, where they actually sit back a bit, let teams come at them, and then they're the team counter-attacking. In this matchup and the games that we've seen, they've been the team on the receiving end of counter-attacks as they've overextended a few times and left last man vulnerable to bumps off the ball, and other physical players left players out of position, slow rotating back. So I think it's probably a combination of all that. Mechanical mistakes definitely could be due to overconfidence, could be due to jet lag, could just be due to nerves. It's a new environment for all these guys. It's been a while since we've had a tournament like this, but also playing a style maybe that they're not used to playing. Going out, trying to take control of the midfield, trying to dominate, and maybe underestimating what they're up against, because these guys are absolutely quick players and they're not going to get beaten to the ball very often. EU Bubble's got hands. We've been saying it for years. But just to finish off this video, as Foot are on the verge of losing this, it doesn't look like they're going to get a goal, so that's going to be lower bracket for them. But I can confirm, as the clock hits 0 and they have lost this, they won out the lower bracket for the rest of the day, so they did make it to day 2 of the competition. They're not out yet, and they can still win this. But really good job by Criminals. Red Mob, Chippy, and Tho looking good out there. Some great synergy on show, and yeah, they really took it to Foot. They were clinical. And defended although not greatest shooting by Foot, Criminals did defend quite well. But what I think this means for Foot now, obviously they just got to try to come in with a more, I think a play style that's more what they're good at. They'll play to their strengths more. It is a bit difficult for the favorites sometimes. I've seen this many times when favorites are coming into qualifier tournaments. It's usually qualifiers for RLCS regionals. They come in and they think, okay, we're the best team here. We're just going to dominate mechanically, be faster. Let's just go out there and win. And if that's not actually the team's identity, if the team's a bit more of a defensive team who try to give a little bit of space to the opponents and then capitalize when the other team overextends, maybe that could be an issue. I'm very curious to see what their day 2 and 3, if they get there, is going to look like. Because Foot are very good defensively. If they can bait in the opponents, let the opponents come to them, that's where I think they play their best Rocket League. They're more likely to do that against the best teams of the competition. I think that's where they will just go in and play their usual game, but they might have to play against some other tough EU or just tough worldwide bubble teams in order to get to those latter stages. And in those games, they've got to be careful not to underestimate their opponents and not to just go on autopilot. You can't autopilot Rocket League anymore. Players and teams are just too good. But yeah, bigger picture, if they fail to qualify, not the end of the world. I didn't want to make this video to be like, oh, that's the end, Foot are done. I think this is a great team. Very much excited to see them play at Worlds, and I still think they can make the run and win this LCQ. We'll see. But yeah, very cool event. Very stacked event. So many teams in this I've not even talked about. Joyer, Wazirs, and Rise are in it. You got Osaf, Bibaba, or they're playing with Motion. Appjack, my business partner, TNR links down below. He's in this tournament playing with 5up and Bora. You got GK's, Tempo, Mitzer, Alpha. It's stacked. This tournament's absolutely stacked. Crispy, Growly, Tox are in it. Giuk, Rezi, Nico. List goes on. Magic Bear, Frosty, Evo. I mean, really, really cool event. So you guys should check it out. And we'll see who comes out on top and makes it into the main event that is happening this very next week. Get well soon to my internet. Hopefully this video doesn't take me 20 years to send to my editor. Otherwise, the Last Chance Qual might indeed be over by the time you guys see this, but I'm going to go and send it right now. Thanks to all. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this giving you a little bit of insight into EWC and the Last Chance Qual and to these teams. And yeah, like I said, Shotcast links in the description if you want to check out more Rocket League RLCS related content. We've got Shotcast with Garrett and CJ, myself, and of course the Next Rank YouTube channel with myself and Jack. We're going to be making content about all these tournaments, I'm sure, in the coming weeks and months for you guys to enjoy. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.